Hi there, Chris here, another quick tip for you all. In this video we're going to continue our look at painting the models from the Gathering Storm box set. And we're going to continue our look at painting Inquisitor Greyfax. We're going to be working on the face and the hair of the model as well as the little bionic eye. But the main concern is mainly the flesh, and for that we're going to start off with Cadian Fleshtone. We're going to use a little bit of Lemaine medium just to help thin it out just a little bit and help with flow. There's really not a whole lot of face detail there. It's really just kind of goes to the back of the cheek kind of area. She only has one eye, and really like the other cheek on the other side with the bionic eye is kind of really covered up. So basically she's only got like basically half of a face and a quarter of the other side as well. So there's really not a whole lot there to worry about. Next, we're going to take some Guilliman Flesh shade, and we are going to basically just put a nice little even tint onto this surface, concentrating more of the shade wash up towards the forehead and the eyes. Get a little bit more in that eye socket, just get a little bit more shadow pronounced there. Again, we only have one eyeball to worry about, so should be too much trouble. Kislev Flesh is next. This is going to be our first highlight, concentrating most of the color on the bridge of the nose as well as the end of the nose, the cheekbones as well as the upper lip, lower lip, and the chin, and also drawing this color down along the length of that muscle group that runs from basically kind of like along the side of the nostril all the way down towards the end of the mouth kind of thing. Basically we end up highlighting a majority of the face with this initial color, as I also do the the sides of the eye as well as the underbrow, as well as like the part that would be a part of the eyebrow as well in that color. I also thin out a little bit of the Kislev Flesh into a glaze, get a little bit of a transition going just to build up the color and keep the paint nice and smooth. Pallid Witch Flesh here is next, and it's just on the tip of the nose, just on the tip of the cheekbone, a little bit on the bottom lip as well as the chin itself. Really, we're not going to worry too much about highlights kind of running down the length of the face. As you can see there, although it might need it as well. Again, oftentimes with female faces, you can see here I did end up coming in with a little bit more Pallid Witch Flesh along the mouth line as well. Again, with a female face, you often want to have more softer, subtler highlights. Again, I've mentioned in previous videos, with male faces, you often have these abrupt kind of shadows and creases and dark points. And with a female face, if you had those kind of harsh shadows, it just really, you lose all the femininity out of the character of the piece. As you can see, Abaddon Black is for the eye socket, and then next is White Scar. We're going to complete the eyeball in here. Again, trying to get as much White Scar as possible into the area. I do struggle with it just a little bit, as you can see there, and then I'm going to come back in with some Abaddon Black, complete the iris of the eye, and then I'm going to come in with a little bit of Cadian Fleshtone, and then just push that color up from the bottom and from the top of the eye, just so that the eye doesn't seem like it's staring, and so that we got a little more flesh and such in those areas. Again, here is just Cadian Fleshtone, just kind of push that area in. Again, we do lose a little bit of the shadow points, but again with the black sitting underneath, it gives us a little bit more of a shadow there. Carroburg Crimson is next, and this is just for the bottom lip. It ends up catching kind of most of the mouth, but I'm just wanted just on the bottom lip and just a slight tint. Again, just to get just a little bit more color variation in the face, and also add just a little bit more of that feminine kind of quality to the face as well. Dryad Bark is next, and this is for the hair. Now for the hair, it was a little bit of a decision here, as most of the hair you can see here on the side of her face is is well defined, but the hair on the back of her head, and you can barely see over her backpack. You really can't even see those hairs there, and so I only went as far as the central point of the backpack. Again, the other side of her head has details for her bionic eye, and so I figured I'll just leave that as is. Steel Legion Drab is next. And this is simply just to highlight the hair, as well as the model is kind of sculpted with these big strands of hair. And so I started with the color at the bottom, drawing it upwards so that I kind of get a bit of a feathering and just get a little bit of a transition going, so it's bright at the bottom and then getting darker up near the top. Once that is dry, we're going to come in with some Averland Sunset. Although you could use some Zameshi Desert as well. It kind of gives you that similar kind of warm kind of tone. And again, the same thing. Bring in the brush strokes from the bottom up so that I get just a slight little amount of transition. And here's just a very tiny amount that we're applying to the hairs. It's minuscule. It's not a whole lot, as we're not looking to make, like the hair look really blonde or anything. We just want just this kind of warm brown kind of quality to her hair. And so as you can see there, they're looking very good now. And so next we're going to come in with some heavy metal from scale 75, and we're just going to take a little dollop of this onto our palette. And this is for the bionic eye. We could also came in with the darker silver as well, but I figured it was not really necessary, as the black underneath, and I was catching just the high points here, and so it leaves just the black, and the silver gives us our contrast and our details in there. We're not going to really fret these things too much. Next is Guilliman Blue. Guilliman. And basically we're just going to fill in the eye socket with this, kind of like what you do with the gemstones using the silver paint and the new gemstone color. We're just going with that similar kind of theory, where we allow that silver to kind of illuminate through the blue, and which it does slightly. And as you can see there, it gives us our little bionic lens. And that is it. We set that aside to dry. We allow her to completely dry as it is. And I think that is it for the face. Don't be afraid to give it a try, even though make sure that you do keep fairly soft tones when you are doing a feminine face. We've got even more painting tutorials in the Silver MiniWarGaming Vault. You can watch another one today about how I finish off the cloak of the model. Just click on the link in the video description below to watch it right now. If you don't have a MiniWarGaming Vault membership, you click on the link and sign up for a free 7-day trial. Make sure you get the silver membership so you get instant access to all our painting tutorials already in the vault. And so thank you for watching, and happy wargaming.